Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, people. Welcome back to another just general video. Might be doing these a bit more often because I don't really do enough like general uploads. And now that the transfer window is coming to its close, like last few days, etc., we might as well start doing more videos. Especially when there's more news to actually talk about now. But it's kind of the same old at the same time. But we'll get into everything. We'll get into everything. But make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. And we're trying to reach 1K as soon as possible. I'm gonna say we're trying to reach 1K before the season ends. If we don't hit it, that's fine. But let's just try and push it like that. We'll try and hit 1K before the Premier League season ends. How about that? Try hit it before in 4 months. I think we can do that. I personally think we can do that. So subscribe. Follow me at all social medias, literally in the banner as well. Um, yeah, this one's going to be interesting because the first thing I want to talk about is John Duran. John Duran is moving to Saudi. Who would have thought it? I didn't think that was going to be on the cards. I didn't actually think that they would get the deal over the line, but it grew a lot of like legs purely because of the fact that it was either Duran or Boniface, and both of them seemed, you know, quite happy to move if an offer was to come about. I was actually quite surprised at Boniface. I don't watch Leverkusen week in, week out, but I would have thought he was a regular starter there, but then again, he might not be nowadays. But I actually like him as a player, I'll be real, from what I've seen of him. In the very few games I've seen of Leverkusen over the past, season and a half, etc. I think he's a bit of a handful. Very West Ham. It seems like a West Ham striker. It seems like someone. We've been interested in him before. Doesn't feel like it's going to be realistic though at this point. But we were linked with him like 2 transfer windows ago or some shit. But with John Duran, obviously the reason why I'm talking about him is because he was a target of West Ham. Well, he's been a target of West Ham for a year now. A year. We were interested in him in last January. I was very confused why we're interested in him at first. In the summer, I understood a bit more. I was angry at first. I was like, why the fuck are we linked with this guy? I remember the tweets that I made. But I was also like, even if like my whole thing was basically you're going to sign someone that hasn't regularly started in the Premier League, so I'm still going to give him a chance to settle in, etc. I thought the deal was going to get done, but it's delayed and delayed and delayed. Then it never really felt like Villa were actually trying to sell him because they gave him a new contract. He started playing a few more games. He's actually been better than Watkins this season. Um, I especially say like you take the money, like why not? They probably do need to sign a replacement. It's a bit too late to sign a replacement now, but they've got Champions League. They've got Champions League as well. They've got Premier League. They want to try and get back into the Champions League for next season. I think they're still in the FA Cup. They beat us, so they've got competitions to play. So now it's just Watkins, and yeah, cool. Marlon can play there. Yeah, cool. Liam Bailey can play there. Like as they're both makeshift there though. They're both makeshift up front. Morgan Rogers could play there, but he's makeshift. So they're gonna have to sign a replacement. That's why they're probably interested in Mateus Tell. But this is the thing with Duran. We were never going to get him in this window from a West Ham perspective. I think from his perspective and from a neutral perspective, yes, I'm gutted to see him go from a neutral standpoint. The fact that, as a Premier League watcher, I want to see him in a Premier League. However, I don't know why people are disputing the fact that he's gone there. Like, I get he's young, but generational wealth and all that, as fucking Central C says. So, like, you can go out and get the peas, and then, as people said, you can come back to Europe. Just don't do what Jordan Henderson did and end up not getting your money. Go and get your money, maybe stay for like a year. Maybe you might get bored, or you might just want to stay there. You might like the lifestyle in Saudi. You might settle into the country well, just stay there. It's a bit like I remember when China was signing a few players. Obviously, it didn't work out in the end. I think COVID kind of affected that. But when they signed like Oscar and Lavezzi, I'm pretty sure Lavezzi was the most paid player in the world at the time, even had like earned more money than Ronaldo and Messi. That's how much China were paying people. But with Saudi, like they weren't spending big for a bit, but now they're spending big again. They're getting deals over the line. It was either Boniface or Duran. They're trying to boost their league, so fair play to them, I guess. But from that perspective, like I can understand why he's gone. Moving on to proper West Ham news. Obviously last night I was just in bed, and then I someone added me about this. I don't know who the fuck this is. West Ham submit official bid for USA international striker Ricardo Pepi, worth 25 million euro package loan with obligation to buy. Understand PSV have rejected the proposal. Of course they have. Of course they have. Rejection FC is back once again, back again, back again. People like everyone we bid for is getting rejected because Sullivan is now negotiating the deals. I hope people are happy that Steinen's gone. I hope you're happy because this. I'm gonna do what the Moyes lot did. This is what you wanted. Clearly, this is what you lot wanted. Clearly, like you thought that there was a fucking grass was green on the other side with the whole Steinen situation. This is what you felt like, clearly, because now that Sullivan's back to negotiating the deals again, look what's going on. Look what's going on. We're waiting till the 30th of January to start bidding for players. We put in a fucking phantom bid 10 days ago for John Duran, bidding for Evan Ferguson, which Ben Jacobs has said that West Ham are optimistic about the situation. The fact that this has been rejected, the fact that I can't even remember who else we've been in for, like Brian Brobby, that has an advance. I've heard fuck all about the silver one from Leipzig. He's fucking mid anyway. It kind of leads down to the Evan Ferguson deal. But Ben Jacobs also reported that Bournemouth, not Brighton, but Brighton, they've already got him. Everton, Bournemouth, and Arsenal were interested. Of course, Arsenal were interested. That's absolutely hilarious. But obviously, they wouldn't want a loan. They want to buy. Well, they would need to buy. Now, a loan with an obligation to buy does seem like the type of deal we're trying to go for. Not that we don't have money or anything, but we're trying to lowball. But this is the thing as well. If you want to keep doing this loan to obligation to buy thing, which we've done for Tadibo as well, that's taken a chunk out of what we're going to spend in the summer, which I'm also worried about now. This is why I don't pay attention to the transfer window anymore. If I wasn't doing YouTube, I probably wouldn't give less of a fuck about the transfer window when it comes to West Ham. But I've got to keep up so I can put videos out for you guys. I have no idea who this Pepi guy is. I've never watched him in my life. I don't watch USA. I don't watch PSV. My whole thing is his surname is kind of sus. I don't really want to be calling another man Pepi, to be honest with you. So I kind of hope we don't get him for my sake. But if he's a good player, bring him in. Just from the fact he's putting his hand over his face, he's got the same trim as Luis Diaz. This is the best analysis I can give you of this player because I have no idea whether he's good or not. But he's a striker. We need bodies in. Pause. We need bodies at the moment. We need numbers. We need bodies up front. Now, going on to Graham Potter's press conference, like quotes that he said that Somerville is a major doubt, not major doubt, but he's a doubt for the Chelsea game. But the thing is, because he's been in training pictures, it can't be too far away. So I'm assuming, well, we don't play for a very long time. I'm actually going to look up when we play next because I think it's the FA Cup fixtures straight after this game week. Obviously, you've got Carabao Cup in midweek as well. We're not in either of those competitions. But then, yeah, next we play the 15th of February. After that, against Brentford at home at 3 o'clock. So we've got to wait basically 2 weeks to watch West Ham again. But that should be when Crescencio Somerville comes back and Bowen properly comes back. So we'll have players back. It will also give a chance for someone like a Graham Potter to work on the training ground for his players and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in terms of content because it's going to be a struggle to actually talk about West Ham if we're not going to play in 2 weeks. But at the same time, it kind of just takes the pressure off in terms of the fact we don't play. We're not in the spotlight. We're not in the spotlight anyway, but we don't need to be focused on because they always put on some prime time TV for whatever reason, even though we're not a big club like that in terms of in a general aspect of things. But if like the players have shown promise in terms of the philosophy, Graham Potter has shown the most promise in trying his best to get a lot out of these players. But he's going to have more time on the training ground. He's going to have 2 weeks. Also, Paquetá's a doubt as well. Obviously, he pulled his hamstring against Aston Villa. So it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good for that game because it's probably going to be a fucking Souček, Soler, Kudus front three, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to because despite how bad Chelsea have been recently, apart from the Wolves win, they weren't even good in that, to be honest. It's still not going to be enough because we don't have the players. We don't have the players right now. And it's a game I always want to win, but even more for the fact that of how they did us at our ground, we need our get back. I know Potter will be motivated, even though he'll probably try and play it down. But at the same time, we need more than that. We need players to turn up for 90 minutes. So there's that as well. So the injuries don't help. They don't help. But listen, people, that's going to be it from me. Join me at 10. We're going to be live with Prime. Then I'm going to be on Omar's channel at 11 on True Ballers FC, as we always are. And yeah, listen, we'll have a stream of Lewis tomorrow. I don't know. I think I'll try and see Melon and Alfie are free as well. And yeah, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me. And an email for any inquiries. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.